Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jesus is your father?
I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Be doing so much and running, and it just really dawned on me. It's the man that my mom was underage when she consumed me. Anyone who'd have been older, then I never asked for money. I don't do interviews just saying, hey, Jay-Z, give me your money, or I'm coming at the Jay-Z for his money. I never did that. I'm not that type of person. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like, what is it really? Why are you? What is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over with.
Oh my God. The Carters are reportedly in full-on panic mode as a long-buried secret threatens to explode in the most public way possible. Rumors are swirling that DNA evidence could confirm that Jay-Z has a secret firstborn son, Ramir Satterthwaite, a claim that's been simmering for over a decade. Now, with the courts allegedly stepping in and forcing Jay-Z to finally submit a DNA test, the narrative is spiraling out of the Carters' control. Ramir, now in his 30s, has insisted for years that Jay-Z is his biological father, but the case was continuously blocked by high-powered attorneys and procedural dead ends. What once seemed like a dismissed paternity rumor is now gaining serious traction, and insiders claim that key pieces of evidence, possibly including DNA samples from Jay-Z's relatives, are starting to line up with Ramir's story. And here's where it gets even more tense. Sources close to Beyoncé's camp say there's been a flurry of behind-the-scenes activity, whispers of NDAs, frantic calls to crisis PR teams, and even quiet threats to media outlets not to cover the story have leaked out. I am telling you guys, you are not ready for the tea I am about to spill. So grab your seats and gather around as I spill the news on why Beyoncé is losing her head at the moment.
To sit down with me, I guess she thought I was old enough to know now, and she been saying Sean Carter, that's what she was calling him at first before she was calling Jay-Z, and I really didn't know who that was because I was young and, you know, had my little brother, and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really, this was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, it's not your father, and I really want you to know it is. This person is your father, and I just want you to know. She continued to tell me that over the years and over the years and over the years.
Guys, in a shocking twist that has the Bayhive buzzing and the internet ablaze, rumors are swirling that Beyoncé is in full-blown crisis mode after explosive revelations about Jay-Z's alleged secret son, Ramir Satterthwaite, finally begin to catch up with them. What was once brushed off as tabloid noise is now turning into a full-fledged scandal, with DNA evidence reportedly surfacing, and it's pointing to Jay-Z as Ramir's biological father. This paternity battle has been quietly simmering for over a decade, but new legal developments are dragging it back into the spotlight. Sources close to the situation claim that a court has allegedly ordered Jay-Z to submit to DNA testing, something he has avoided for years through legal maneuvering. But now that wall might finally be crumbling. And Beyoncé, according to insiders, she's anything but calm. Word is, she's scrambling behind the scenes, working overtime with her team to contain the fallout. The Carter brand, which has been built on flawless visuals, power moves, and billion-dollar deals, is suddenly looking vulnerable. This isn't just a private matter. It's a direct threat to the pristine empire they've spent decades building. What's even more damning is that the public is now asking tough questions. If Jay-Z did have a son before Blue Ivy, what does this mean for the narrative that the Carters have sold the world? And if Beyoncé knew about this, was it kept under wraps for the sake of optics? Fans and critics alike are revisiting everything, from old lyrics to interviews, for clues, trying to piece together the timeline. Now, word on the street is that Queen Bey herself has been pulling strings behind the scenes, urging Jay-Z to keep his distance from Ramir. Jay-Z has always brushed it off, staying silent or flat out denying any connection. But now, the courts have stepped in and flipped the script. In a jaw-dropping twist, a judge has officially ordered Jay-Z to take a DNA test, dragging this long-buried secret straight into the public eye. Sources allege Jay has been dodging paternity tests for years, quietly maneuvering around the accusations while hoping it would all go away. But with the legal system now involved, the truth might finally be about to drop, and it could shake the Carter empire to its core. So for years, Ramir has been outspoken about his desire to confirm what his late mother, Wanda, always claimed, that his biological father is none other than rap icon Jay-Z. But for Ramir, this isn't about tabloids or fame. It's about closure, identity, and the right to know where he truly comes from. In interviews and public statements, Ramir has emphasized that his quest is not driven by financial motives. He's not asking for a handout. He's worked multiple jobs to support himself, carving out a life on his own terms. What he wants is something far deeper, acknowledgement. And that longing became even more poignant after Wanda's passing. Before she died, she left behind a sworn affidavit, standing by her claim that Jay-Z is Ramir's father. It was her final act in a lifelong effort to secure recognition for her son, a voice from the grave demanding to be heard. Now, Ramir carries that legacy forward, alone but not silent. Anyway, in the midst of all this drama, all eyes are now turning to Beyoncé, and not in the way you'd expect. Reports are surfacing that she may be the real reason behind Jay-Z's refusal to take a DNA test, allegedly pushing back against any action that could confirm he fathered a child outside their marriage. Sources close to the situation claim that Beyoncé, whose brand is built on the image of the loyal, elegant, and unshakable wife and mother, is terrified of the fallout such a revelation could bring. And who can blame her? After weathering public storms like Lemonade, Jay's cheating scandal, and that infamous elevator incident with Solange, the Carters have spent years rebuilding their pristine power couple narrative. But the stakes now, they're higher than ever. A confirmed love child would not only spark a media firestorm, but threaten the empire Beyoncé has so carefully cultivated, one rooted in loyalty, family, and flawless control over her public image. Could this be why Jay-Z continues to dodge the DNA test despite mounting pressure? And what about Ramir Sadawayt, the man at the heart of all this, whose only request is acknowledgement? If these rumors are true, Beyoncé isn't just a bystander in this saga. She may be the silent architect behind the scenes, desperately trying to protect a legacy that's one paternity test away from cracking wide open. According to sources close to the situation, Ramir Sadawayt's mother, Wanda, she was allegedly only 16 years old at the time of conception. If true, that would mean Jay-Z, then an adult, could face serious legal consequences, well beyond a simple DNA test. This isn't just a case of hidden paternity anymore. This could cross into criminal territory. And behind the scenes, Beyoncé is reportedly in full crisis mode. Already shaken by the public scrutiny surrounding her husband's alleged infidelity, Bey is now said to be grappling with the very real possibility that a DNA confirmation could unleash a wave of legal and reputational devastation for a woman who's built her brand on motherhood, empowerment, and grace under pressure. This is an existential threat, not just to her marriage, but to her global empire. For Ramir, the stakes are personal: acknowledgement, truth, and justice for both him and his late mother, who died without ever seeing her claim recognized. For Jay-Z and Beyoncé, the stakes are monumental: public shame, legal scrutiny, and the unraveling of a billion-dollar brand built on loyalty and control. If the allegations about Wanda's age hold up, this isn't just a scandal. This is a bombshell, and one that could detonate the carefully curated legacy of music's most powerful couple. Now, Ramir, backed by his guardian Lily Coley, is not backing down. The two have accused Jay-Z of manipulating the legal system to avoid a DNA test that could once and for all confirm or deny Jay-Z's connection to Ramir. But it hasn't been easy. Their journey has reportedly been marred by intimidation, roadblocks, and threats, allegedly coming from none other than Beyoncé's inner circle. Yes, you read that right. Sources close to the case claim that Beyoncé's camp has allegedly tried to pressure and scare Ramir and Lily Coley into dropping the case in an effort to protect the Carter brand from further scandal. But if the goal was silence, it backfired. Instead, it has only strengthened Ramir's resolve to fight for the truth, no matter how powerful the opponent. Jay-Z, for his part, has publicly denied all claims and even took a shot at the situation through his music. In the track Heard About Us, he flippantly addresses the allegations with a line dripping in sarcasm: Billie Jean in his prime, for the 1000th time, the kid ain't mine, a reference to Michael Jackson's infamous song where the pop icon denies fathering a child? Absolutely. And while it might have been intended as clever wordplay, It struck a nerve, especially with Ramya, who has fought for years, not for fame, but for acknowledgement and respect. To those following the case, Jay-Z's lyrical dismissal isn't just a punchline, it's a public mockery of a young man's search for identity. And in an era where celebrity accountability is under the microscope, many are asking, is this how billionaires respond to paternity claims tied to possible underage relationships? As the legal case drags on, Ramya and Kohli remain undeterred. They believe the truth is on their side and that justice, however delayed, will eventually prevail. This isn't just about one boy and one celebrity. It's about power versus truth, image versus reality, and the dangerous cost of silence in an industry that's too often protected the powerful. The question now, how long can the truth be buried? But as the drama surrounding Ramya Sadaway's paternity case intensifies, the spotlight burns hotter than ever on Jay-Z and Beyoncé. With the possibility of a DNA test looming, the stakes have never been higher, not just for Ramya, but for the most powerful couple in music. If the test confirms Ramya's claims, it could shatter the carefully constructed Carter brandy. If it doesn't, it may reinforce Jay-Z and Beyoncé's narrative of denial. But either way, the damage is already done. The scandal has exposed cracks beneath the polished surface, revealing a complex web of legal maneuvering, public deflection, and alleged behind-the-scenes intimidation. What was once whispered in the shadows is now front and center, with the world watching, waiting and questioning everything. For Ramya, it's always been about one thing, truth. For Jay-Z and Beyoncé, the question is whether truth will set them free or bring everything crashing down. As this real-life saga unfolds, one thing is certain: no matter the outcome, nothing will ever be the same. Will the truth bring long overdue closure, or will it unleash chaos behind the Carter gates? Stay tuned. The final chapter hasn't been written yet. What do you think about this drama? Let me know your opinions in the comments. And don't forget to check out our other stories for even more celeb tea. Till next time, bye.